Hello class, today I'm going to teach you how to write inequalities and graph inequalities. Well, an inequality has the less than symbol, the less than or equal to symbol, the greater than symbol, or the greater than or equal to symbol. So here, what does it mean when this says x is less than 5? So think about less than. I like to draw an arrow and think about the point is going to the smaller numbers on the number line. Okay, so what numbers are less than 5? We can say -4. We could say 0. We can say -100. You just have to say a number less than 5. Okay, so there's many solutions. Okay, x is greater than or equal to -2. So this time we could say -2, -1, 0, 100, as long as the numbers are bigger than -2. So remember, look at the point of the arrow that's going up on the number line, so that is greater than. Great job. Okay, so now, when we graph inequalities, when you have the less than symbol, we're going to have an open circle going to the left, right? If you use my little trick, make a little arrow out of this and it's going to the left. Greater than, we have an open circle going to the right. This will make more sense in a few minutes. When you have less than or equal to, the equal to symbol underneath, that's going to be a closed circle. And this is less than or equal to, so we go to the left. And then the next one is greater than or equal to. Once again, it's a closed circle because it can be that number. And then we're going to the right because the numbers are getting bigger. Okay, so let's see how this is going to work. Here are some examples. You can pause the video and take a look at it. But we are going to actually try them here. So, x is less than -6. So we have an open circle at -6. And all the numbers below -6. We put an arrow at the end because this line can go on for infinity. Okay, x is greater than 2. So we have an open circle at 2 because the number could not be 2, but it could be numbers bigger than 2. 2.1, 2.2, 10, 100, okay? Now it changes. So see how we have the less than or equal to sign. So this time at 0, we are going to have a closed circle because this time 0 can be one of the solutions, and then everything to the left. Okay, the last one is x is greater than or equal to -7. So we're going to put a closed circle because it can be equal to -7 and then everything greater than -7. Okay, so key phrases, the symbols less than, you could say less than, fewer than, greater than is the greater than or more than, less than or equal to is at most, no more are keywords, and then the last symbol, greater than or equal to, at least 13 years old, so I could see a PG-13 movie, right? You could be bigger, greater than, or no less than, okay? Those are just keywords. So now we are going to write these inequalities. So C is less than -4. So we're going to write C, the less than symbol, -4. A number K plus 5 is greater than or equal to 8. So K plus 5 is greater than or equal to 8. Now we're going to look at solutions of inequalities. Okay, the set of all solutions of the inequality is called the solution set. So now we need to tell, so where you see the semicolon, make a dark line. I am going to plug in an 8 for x. So this is saying 8 plus 1, is that greater than 7? Well, 8 plus 1 is 9. Is 9 greater than 7? Yes, it is. So that would be a solution of that inequality. Okay, here's another one. At the semicolon, draw a dark line. This time we're putting in -4 for y. So 7 times -4 is less than 29. So 7 times -4 is -28. Is -28 less than -29? Think about the number line. This would be 0. -28, -29. So this one is a no. That would not be a solution. -4 is not a solution because -28 is not smaller than -29. Great job. Okay, here, let's split it again. So this time we're putting in a 3 for z. So 5 times 3 greater than or equal to 3 plus 12. Well, 5 times 3 is 15. Is greater than or equal to 3 plus 12 is 15. So because the equal to sign is underneath it, this would be a yes. 3 would be a solution of this inequality. Great job. Okay, now we're graphing these. So g is greater than 2. So we make a number line. I know my line is going to the right because remember I drew the little arrow trick, right? So I start with 2, 3, 4. This would be an open circle to the right. The variable must be on the left-hand side to graph, or your graph will come out backwards, okay? So we need to switch the second one all around. So you switch the whole thing around, we switch the inequality symbol as well. So s is greater than 5. So 5, 6, 7, open circle to the right. Great job. All right. The NASA Solar Probe Plus can withstand temperatures up to and including 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit. Write and graph an inequality that represents the temperatures the probe can withstand. So up to and including. So I'm going to put a variable, I'll just use x. Can it go over 2,600? No, it's only up to and including. So it's less than or equal to, because it could include 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit. I hope this video helped you understand about writing and graphing inequalities. Have a great day.